talk about this with abandon, all right? And so, you know what? I'm going to let you go first because you have an XO curve. Okay. How did the Ravens, after 2 losses and a Browns beatdown, turn their season around with 10 wins?
I think you have to look at the nature of their losses, and specifically the loss against Cleveland. If you go back and watch that game and you look at the early drives, there was a negative play on every early drive. Here, take away his first receiver, they get a big sack, they get behind the sticks. Okay, now in their second drive, 3rd down, they're going to come after him with a blitz 0 here. Lamar doesn't get the ball out of his hands. Once again, we get a big sack and get them off the field. Next drive, it was Lamar Jackson who missed a wide open receiver on 3rd down, which created them getting off the field. And then this was their first drive of the second half. They're driving, they fumble, and then after those drives, they found themselves down by 2 touchdowns.
Right.
The rest of that game, they threw the ball 21 times. They ran the ball 5 times. And that, to me, is what has changed. When you look at the rest of the season, they have not been behind by more than 7 points at any point in time in these last 10 games. And that, to me, is the key for this team. If we can play the way we play, run the football, play action, they have a chance to win and be in every football game. They get behind the sticks or they get behind by a couple touchdowns, it changes the way they play.
And you do 1 or 2 things to find success. You have to work on and fix your weakness, or you cover your weakness. And the Ravens have said, let's make sure we cover this weakness. And they jump out and get early lead on every team since those 2 weeks. And you know what else they started saying? I think they started saying, because I think they were trying to play him more in the pocket then and do more simple things with him. They said, forget this. We have to go. We have to let him run the ball. And ever since then, they've been taking off. They was up New England 17-0. They were up on Cincinnati 28-3. Houston 34-0. And the Rams 21-3. They're playing from the head, not from behind.
Guys, we talk a lot about Lamar Jackson and this offense because it's so unique and it's so dynamic. We don't talk about their defense. And the Browns put a 40-burger on these guys, and Baker Mayfield had 342 yards passing, and they had, with Nick Chubb, 3 touchdowns, 192 yards rushing. I mean, it was a beatdown. But we're going to go to Mooch's Minute a little bit later, and I'm going to show you how this defense is very much
belonged. And they clinch home field advantage throughout the entire AFC playoffs. The first-round bye would be clinched if the Chiefs lose on Sunday Night Football and somehow the Browns pull off the upset. Kim Jones is in the Browns locker room.
Thanks, Rich. This week, Odell Beckham Jr. and Jarvis Landry found themselves answering anonymous sources who said that the players have told them, "Come get me," meaning out of Cleveland. Jarvis said he never said that. Odell said this, "I'm going to be here. This is too special to leave." When I talked to Odell this week, he indicated to me winning is what he wants most. He added, winning fixes everything. Let's take a look back at the Browns' biggest win this season, Week 4 in Baltimore against those Ravens. Set to music.
2 young quarterbacks in the spotlight.
Every game matters, especially when it's a divisional opponent.
The Browns on a long drive grab a touchdown lead. Oh, Lamar Jackson with a spectacular job. And it's Landry, big play. There were 4 missed tackles by the Ravens. Big job! He's got a hat trick! And Lamar Jackson's long day continued. First interception of the season. 2 throws in a row picked off. The Browns are winners in Baltimore. I would have never guessed this outcome.
Never.
And then on the heels of the Monday night win against the Jets that put the Browns above 500 for the only time this year and put the Ravens at 500, after which, though, they've ripped off 10 straight wins. So let's figure out this Ravens 10. Nothing to do with what the Cowboys and the Eagles can do, X's and O's, and when they suit up. Because Michael Irvin wearing an Eagles suit is exactly what was going to tip the scales for the Dallas Cowboys. Last week, you wore Rams colors.
Right.
The Cowboys came back. They came back to life.
Came back to life.
Wanted to wear Eagles colors today. And who knew? Who knew when your FedEx didn't arrive with your suits in time for yesterday? That you would take to Twitter with a video message for FedEx to get your Eagles colored suit here. FedEx responds, and you started going back and forth. Seriously, like, hey, how would you know?
We just tracked the package.
So many pleases to get the package here to Los Angeles. You damn near put the tracking number on Twitter. But it worked.
It worked.
Way to go, FedEx.
Hey, they called my assistant, and dude said, I promise you, we will have it there, and it is here. All is well again. All is well. We are good.
Again, real quick, I know we got to get to a lot of stuff. You do know it's called luggage, that you can put it in for yourself and bring it, right?
He ships it FedEx.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
Rich.
positively gets there.
That's too much time at what they call waiting.
Carry your luggage.
It's a carry-on. You can carry your luggage. Oh, my gosh. What a triple header on the NFL Network on our network last night. I mean, unbelievable NFL Network
great
action. Jared Goff to Cooper Kupp getting in the end zone as the Rams scored 21 in the first half. They were really having their way in the first half of the 49ers defense that did come alive towards the second half, and then this was the backbreaker.
3rd and 16, 2 times over.
Twice.
2 times.
Twice.
I mean, and that, Taylor Rapp, the rookie, hearing it from Ramsey right there as Emmanuel Sanders was wide open down the middle, setting up Robbie Gould for the bunny. And that's how the 49ers wrapped up the triple header, eliminated the Rams. We will have a new NFC champion. As of right now, the 49ers are your 1 seed. The Seahawks later on today have the Arizona Cardinals in their house. If they win that game, they will flip spots again with the 49ers. It's Seahawks and 49ers in Seattle in week number 17 for, one would assume, all the marbles. I think Al and Chris and Michelle Tafoya and the rest of the NBC gang might want to get a hotel room for Seattle. That's what it reeks of the final game of the regular season. What do you make of last night's game, Steve?
Well, fantastic day, fantastic game.
It was a
but
great
when
day.
you talk 49ers, man, every game's close, it seems. And George Kittle is the guy that I love watching, whether it's on television or watching film at home. This guy is as good as it gets. 5 catches, 79 yards. Not only is he a pass receiver, he's a heck of a blocker. He's a tough guy, but he is the Energizer Bunny. He's the spoon that stirs the drink over there in San Francisco. I love watching this guy, George Kittle.
Yeah, man, I love how he willed that last touchdown. He found a way. They were trying to take him out and double team him. He still found a way. Now, I'm going to just get personal here because I watched this game. And we're not just saying it because it was on our network. Those were 3 great games yesterday.
Yeah, they were amazing.
They were great games yesterday, man, and I really enjoyed them. And I can't tell you, I seen those 3rd and 16s. I was like, wow. That says to me, championship teams make the plays when they need to make the plays. Kurt, you've been talking about this with the Cowboys, having those guys that come up and make that play. They came up and made the play. And I'm going to tell you, I used the Rams as the barometer because I was like, man, the Rams beat the Chargers, and then they just played the 49ers to that kind of a game. Well, the Cowboys may be able to do this thing. I'm just telling you.
Way
they
to turn
may
it
be
around
able
and
to
make
do
it
this
about
thing.
your favorite team.
I came back.
Oh, my gosh.
That's how you watch football, right?
Okay. No, I understand.
That's how you watch football,
No,
right?
Look, the Cowboys, it was an impressive win over the Rams a couple weeks ago.
Right,
No doubt about
and the
that.
Rams.
Meanwhile, Kurt, you and Mike Tirico called this game. What a fun game this was.
That was another
in
great game.
Foxborough. Josh Allen down 13-10 mid-third quarter, staying in the
Look at that
pocket.
throw, falling backwards on the money. I mean,
He's got a cannon,
He's
huh?
got a big arm.
And what a season for John Brown, too. He's just been tremendous. One of the top receivers in the game. Later on, however, Rex Burkhead with the old angry run spanks it onto the ground. 5 minutes to go, like a Gronk spike. They go for 2. They get it. What will the Bills do towards the end of the game? $1:13 to go, 4th and goal. Have to just throw it up and hope. And that's the way the Patriots clinch the AFC East for an 11th straight season, 15th sweep of the Buffalo Bills of the Brady-Belichick era. And this is one of the best Bills teams that Belichick has probably faced in that era. And that was after the opener of, yes, I know that's Deshaun Watson, and I know this is Jameis Winston under center. Second play of the game, first pass of the game, a pick 6 to Bradley Roby. He's going to blame it on me because that's the. I mean,
Jinxed him.
Well, we saw it in London. He threw the first pass of that game to Luke
You gotta be able
Kuechly.
to shake it off, though, right?
But he does. I mean, that's all he does. They flew out from Houston for a clinch, but Winston made a game of it until this pick. Jaleel Addae, who, by the way, is from Tampa, He last played in that stadium was a 9-year-old kid in a youth football Super Bowl. His whole family was there. What a way for him to come up with the South clinching interception. The Texans can print a playoff ticket. Every division in the AFC is now clinched right now. What'd you see with your own two eyes? Best offensive game for the Patriots? What do you think?
I don't think any doubt it was the best offensive game. And we talked about it all week. This Bills defense is so good that they don't give up big plays. So you were going to have to be efficient. The one thing the Patriots have not been all year long offensively is efficient. You know, they haven't been able to put drives together. And that, to me, was the most impressive part of this. There were no big plays. This offense isn't built to get big plays, so they had to be methodical. They ran the football well. They were efficient. Tom Brady came out hot. Julian Edelman